Hello, lovelies. It's G here from Golden Thread Tarot. How are you doing today? I'm here, as you can tell by the title, to do a channeled message from a divine masculine, but I want to do this a little bit differently. Normally, if I do like first person channeled messages, I'll do it through like writing, automatic writing. But today I want to use my sinking sun channeled messages from the divine masculine to first person channel a message from a particular divine masculine for the collective. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I'm hearing names. Now these could be your names, their names, but you know, you don't, these aren't exclusive. I'm hearing the name Dylan. I'm hearing the name Bob. I'm hearing the name Katrina. I'm hearing the name Susan. Oh, Suzette. Suzette. I'm sorry. Zelia or Zelia. Alec and Alex as well. I'm hearing the name Vlad too. Okay. I've come to this sudden realization that I 100% know how I feel about you, and I've just been denying it this whole time. I am completely in love with you, truly. And in your absence, I've just realized how much, for some reason, I've kind of been denying this. And I'm not even sure why. Sometimes I do feel a little needy because I feel like I really want more of your focus to be on me. I understand that you're learning and that you're growing and that you're healing. But I want to feel like I matter. I know I matter to you, but I want to feel like I'm just getting a little bit more of your attention, more of your focus. To be honest, there's a part of me that loves your independence. I'm so in love with how independent you are and how what a badass you are and how strong you are and how capable you are. I really appreciate the masculine energy that lies within you as well. But it's hard for me to focus, which is probably why it's hard for you to focus as well. I know that I should have been there for you more. And I wish that I could be there for you in those times when I know that you need me. I wish that I had said, or that I could say yes to you, that I could tell you exactly how I feel and shout it to anyone that needs to hear it. But I know that that's not the smartest thing to do, especially in our circumstance, especially with, some would say, the spiritual warfare or the spiritual lessons that we're going through right now. I understand why that's not a good idea. But I don't ever want you to feel like I don't care about you or that you're not as special to me as I might have treated you or I might have made you feel like in the past. This divine masculine has a really hard time expressing. They have a really, like, their throat chakra is really blocked. So I'm having to really work to open up and to maintain the connection between them. I wish that I could just tell you exactly how I feel. I wish that everyone in our lives could know what you mean to me, but I am worried. I'm worried about what my friends and family will feel about this situation between us. Things were just getting so messy. I had to take a step back because I didn't want a lot of the things I was going through to affect you. And I know that, and I know and acknowledge how cliche or how fuckboyish it might sound that I say those things, but I really do mean them. I understand why you have the trust issues that you do because I have the same ones as well. I really worry about us being together, and it's not just that I worry that my friends and my family won't accept you. It's not so much about their opinion of you because I love you. I worry about you. I know that you want my friends and my family to like you, and how and what kind of pressure is that going to put onto you to immediately start a situation knowing that we're already traveling, uphill, that it's already going to be an uphill battle from day one? Because I know that. I know my family and I know certain things that have happened in my past. And I do worry about what pressures that will put on you, because I know that, of course, like anyone, you want to be loved and accepted by my family, by my friends, and I want that for you as well. You deserve that. You're such a beautiful, likable, lovable person, but I know I know how they are. I know who they are. I want to be the real me, but I am still fighting this need to be accepted, which is why I know that you will understand when I put it the way that I do. I feel like we both are trying to heal our inner child from a place of needing to be loved and accepted by, well, for me, it's like everyone, but for you, it doesn't feel that deep. It doesn't feel like that much. It feels like you're a lot better at just being who you are and not really worrying about what your friends and your family think. And that might not be how you really think about it, but that's how you come off. You come off like you could give a fuck less what anybody in your life thinks about you because you feel so strongly about standing in your truth. And I wish that I could be that way too. I wish that I was at the same level as you, but I'm not yet. I have this want and I have this need, and I'm trying very hard to match that type of energy as well. It's so strange. I feel like, okay, so there's several different divine masculine here. Like some of them have already met you and already know you, and some of them don't. Some of them just know of you energetically or from past life energy. So some of them are like, I really miss you because they know you. They know you. They've been with you. You two are in separation. And for some of you, this divine masculine hasn't even met you yet or doesn't know you well enough, um, but they still miss you. Both of them are saying I miss you, but it's two different kind of feelings to it. I do have to admit that I fantasize about the two of us being together, and not just in a physical way either, not just in between the sheets, but sometimes it's just little moments of like holding you or caressing your hand or caressing your arm or feeling your breath on my chest or on my chin when you have your like your head laid on my chest. I miss all these little things about the two of us. I want to reach out and touch you and hold you. And yeah, there is a part of me that just wants to be like, you're mine. But I also know that's a part of me that I'm trying to heal to an extent, because I do resonate in my masculine energy, and to an extent that's just kind of how it is. I do want you to be mine. I do want to have you, not to possess you. I've been made so much to question a lot of things I've realized are just me resonating in my masculine energy. It's because of stuff from my childhood. And it's something I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to just allow and embrace and love myself for who I really am. The time that we're spending apart right now is so that I can grow, so that I can know myself better. And I feel like in a way of getting to know myself, I'm getting to know you better as well. Things are becoming more clear about who we are, but please don't take my physical absence from your presence right now as an indication of how I truly feel about you. I want more than anything for us to be together. Again, I know it sounds cliche, but you are so much of everything I have wanted and felt like I've always been searching for. And I want you to know that I know that my absence has made you feel like perhaps maybe I think you're not good enough for me, and that's not true at all. And the thought that you feel that way, it makes me very sad that I can't be there with you to tell you that that's not how I really feel. I don't want you to have to feel that pain, and that's why I'm coming forward to tell you now. Please don't think that me not being there means that I don't love you. I've loved you for so long, and how many journeys we have traveled together. I would never want to hurt you that way. Whew. This person feels that so deeply. Holy crap. Sorry, you guys. I had to pull out of that emotion because, whew. I was always made to feel a certain way about myself, and the way you feel about me, I feel about you too. And I was always told that I was always made to feel like I wasn't worthy of a connection like this. That's why I ran away. That's why I was so triggered, because I've never felt this way before, ever. And it felt like there's no way that it could be real. There's no way that you could feel that intensely about me, or that you could feel as intensely about me as I felt about you, because I've always felt that way. Like, I have cared more in my relationships than my partners have about me. And it's something that I'm simultaneously trying to allow, but also trying to heal. And when I am around you, I feel that I'm around someone that can truly accept me for who I am. And I felt like that couldn't be real. I felt like it just triggered me so hard. I didn't know. 11:11 down on the clock, on the real time clock. I am realizing now that I have stopped running away from the triggering, and I've started facing what I need to. I am really finding who I am, and I'm finding out what I like and what I don't like. I am really getting to know myself for the first time. And while I know a part of me acknowledges that's kind of really sad, but hey, like, at least I'm here. At least I'm here. Uh-oh. Whew. My deck has gotten all kind of turned around. Yeah, I think about you a lot. Too much. That's also another reason why I step back. Now that I've realized that there's so much inside of me that needs to change and needed to change. Not because I'm not good enough, but because I just need to heal this. I just need to heal this so that I can know that I am good enough. Despite the things that I've gone through in the past, because it really made me question who I really was. I'm running back to you. Sometimes I wonder if this is a good idea. I know how I feel about you, but I also know the challenges that this is going to bring. I keep going back and forth between being so ready to be with you and so simultaneously scared to be with you. It's an odd sensation, but all the healing that me and you are doing, all the healing that you're doing has inspired me to heal, and it's pulling me towards you. I can feel it energetically. Have you been having dreams about me like I've been having dreams about you? I feel like you haunt my dream space. I see you all the time. And sometimes we're together, and sometimes it's like anxiety dreams. I'm running towards you, I'm calling out for you, but you're always turning away from me. You're always walking away from me. And I'm always running and chasing after you, only to just lose you and never be able to reach you. And ugh, those are hard. But as terrible as some of those dreams can be, they can be really wonderful as well. I'm really, really starting to understand why we met, or why we're coming into union, why we're together, why we're meant to be together, what we're supposed to be to each other. Some of that I'm still trying to figure out, but a lot of it, I see. And I do understand that I was I understand that I was just being distracted by a lot of the things that were happening in my life, and I was allowing myself to be distracted so that I didn't have to focus on the pain of the loss of you, or the pain of the absence of you in my life, the pain of all of the towers and karmic energies that I was going through. uh, all the stuff you went through too, the stuff with your family, the stuff with you accepting yourself, the stuff with accepting things that you've been through in past life regressions. It's just the awakening, it's heavy. And I was allowing myself to be distracted by a lot of things that were just happening in my life. And I can acknowledge now that I was so busy trying to prove myself to my friends and to my family and to my ex and everything else. And now I see it was just something I was allowing to distract me. And I can acknowledge that everything that I said before was just an excuse. All this and but that, and what about this and what about that. It was all something I was just allowing myself to be held up by. Obstacles I was allowing to be there, and I don't even know what to say, because there's nothing to say. I'm waking up to a lot of the lies that I used to tell myself, and I'm sure you probably feel the same way about things about yourself. In fact, I know you do. There was so much projection between the two of us, so much blaming, so much, this has to be your fault, this has to be your fault, when it was really something else. When, I was mad at you for things that that my family did to me, which makes no sense. It makes no sense now. Back then, it was easier than accepting the truth. It was easier to blame you than accept that my family was lying to me, or was abusing me, was manipulating me, was doing everything that they were doing. I was way still too close. There were too many people that should have been, that were my enemies, that were close to me, that I should have seen for who they were. It took me a while to see what a problem it really was. But I guess that's all just part of the journey. All a part of the awakening. I felt so guilty about everything. I thought that I could run away from that pain by controlling. I thought that I could minimize how much collateral damage there would be in this situation. And now I'm kind of just learning I'm just going to have to let go and let it be what it is. I was trying so hard to keep so many things from falling apart, because honestly, things that happened in my childhood, things that happened between me and my mom, it makes me have to feel like if I don't control every single thing that's happening, but it's just an illusion. Like I can't control it. It doesn't help control anything. But it's, again, it's that karmic mindset that it's just, it was hard to see any other choice but that one. It was what made me feel safe, but now I realize it was the thing holding me back. It was the thing chaining me down. Like I said, it was just an illusion. And I feel like I was so busy chasing after people acknowledging who I was and seeing me and giving me that feeling of worth that I really let go of my true power, that I really let go of my divine masculine status, that I was so busy wanting other people to give me my roses and to, hype me up and make me feel like I was that dude, I was that chick. Like, yeah, but I just was chasing after it so hard that I gave up what really mattered. And I'm trying to change, I'm trying to grow, I'm trying to learn from the past, but it just takes time. And I'm not saying that you should wait for me. There's a part of me that wants you to wait for me, of course, but I'm not saying that you should. I hated the thought that I was going to disappoint you. That night, that you left, I got so mad, and I hit the wall, or it's a door. I slammed the door, and I shouldn't have. I slammed the door, I hit the wall. Why did I do that? I don't know. At the time, I didn't know. But now I've thought about it more, and it was this look that you gave me. It was this look, and I felt like it was this disappointment. You looked just like my mom. Like, it's the certain look, and it wasn't your fault. It's the certain look in your eyes that you gave me that just, it reminded me, it triggered me so deeply, and I'm sorry. I'd seen that look on your face before, and it was when you talked about your family, when you talked about people that had really hurt you. And I'd seen that look in your face before, and I knew that I was hurting you. I knew that I hurt you with what I said. And I wanted to take it back, but I couldn't. I'd already said it. You'd already heard it. You'd already felt it. You'd already assigned me that role, and I deserved it by the way that I acted. I deserved it. So I left. Oh. Like I said, some fantasies and delusions, they started to feel almost like an obsession. Robbie doesn't understand why I feel the way that I feel. But at this point, I'm trying my hardest just to kind of just move on and accept that maybe you don't, want to be with me anymore. And I'm trying so hard just to let it be what it is. I'm trying to build a better foundation after this tower has fallen for myself and for hopefully us in the future. But if not, I just have to accept the consequences of some choices that I've made in the past, and also your free will as well. But just know, I do think of you as that one. And I'll have to just see what happens. Well, I heal. Will you heal? Well, sometimes I still question exactly what the plan is. Were we never supposed to be together? Were we always supposed to come back together? Were we just supposed to be there for a certain amount of time? I don't want to hold on to this and turn it into something karmic, but I just keep thinking about you, and I worry, like, is it turning karmic, or does that mean that I'm supposed to come back towards you? Sometimes I'm really confused about what the plan is, so I'm kind of trying to just let things be what it is. If we meet again, if we come back into alignment, then I'll know, and if not, then either way, I'll know. I gotta be honest, like, I really hope that we find each other again out there. I pray that you're happy and that you're healthy and that you are okay where you are. But I also pray that we'll be together again. If not in this lifetime, then maybe in the next. I'm not gonna lie. All the BS that I've been dealing with, I definitely feel like is karma that has been standing between us, and I can acknowledge that because some of it I deserve, and some of it I feel like I'm trying to change the way I view things that have happened in my past, less so as if punishments, but more so as lessons or opportunities to grow. Is it codependency that I feel? I'm trying to ground myself. I'm going on a lot of walks, being outside, feeling the sun on my face. I'm trying really hard just to kind of let it be. A few months ago, it was every single person that I passed, I would check their faces to see if it was you. And I know that sounds obsessive, but yeah, I miss you. I miss your energy. I miss being around you. Sometimes I get these clairvoyant visions, and I'm not sure. Again, are they clairvoyant, or are they memories from the past? I'm trying really hard to see the truth and find my truth. But sometimes it's really hard. They're showing me the Seven of Cups. Ooh. And yes, I'm not gonna lie. My ex was a problem. And it's still something that I'm trying to work my way through. Now it's just more energetically. I'm just trying to discharge those, just all like the feelings and all of the energy exchange that we had. I'm trying to cleanse my energy and reground myself. Because I feel like I knew where my life was going and I knew what the path forward was. I thought I knew. But then, the awakening, all my tower moments, everything started happening. And then and it all just threw me for like this big, giant loop. But in the end, I feel like I'm going to be a better me on the other side of it. And a better me for you. For when we come back together, or when I finally meet you and I finally see you and I finally am in your presence again. Gives me butterflies. Okay. You and the way I feel about you is making me change a lot about myself. Because you're changing my definition of love. You're changing you're changing how I love people. You're changing how I love myself and how I take care of myself. And I know at the end of the day that it's me doing the work, but meeting you was this huge inspiration to love differently. The memory of us and our love and how intense it is and how beautiful it is has forced me to change so much about how I view about the world now. I feel like my friends and my family, they don't even recognize the person I'm becoming. And oof, I'm hiding it from them, actually. I haven't told them. All of this is just happening internally, and I'm ready to talk to you. I'm ready to tell you how I really feel. But it feels like there's this giant frog in my throat. I feel like I'm going to have to be honest with more people that are around me before I can be honest with you. Everything that I went through in my past, it just made me question who I was and question being truthful about how I feel about everything, about myself, about the world, about politics, about so much. I disagree with my friends and my family on almost everything. But if you are out of line, you are a nail to be beaten back into place in my family. For self-preservation, I've had to learn to be this way, to be silent, to live and allow myself to live in my own self, in my own world internally, because to be truly who I am is almost, in a sense, to not exist in my family. I feel like if they truly knew how I felt about a lot of things, a lot of them wouldn't even talk to me, wouldn't acknowledge me, wouldn't be around me at all. And I know how toxic that is, but I also can't help the fact that I love my family and I don't want to turn my back on them, even though I feel like they've turned their back on me, and they would if they knew who I really was. In the past, you were kind of like an escape. You were someone who I could truly be myself with, who I could truly be that person with. And I don't know why I reacted the way that I did, why I ran away while also wanting you so much and wanting everything that we were so much. I don't even know how to explain this kind of two sides of me that it brought out so strongly. But I do acknowledge that that's why. I work myself too much. I push myself too much. I stay silent too much. And I crave having a person like you that I can be myself with. Also, it's my job, it's my work. I have to have a professional side of myself that is very straight laced and it's very traditional and conservative and PG. When I feel like with you, I can be who I truly want to be. And I do crave that ability to be able to do that, to be able to come home and take off the suit or take off the uniform and come home and be able to be my true individual self. And yes, it's very true that I can do that by myself, but I want to do it with someone. Like of course, like I'm human, like I wanna have a partner. So again, you know, I'm finding myself. I'm allowing myself to be a little bit more everyday me and truly who I am. And I really have meeting you and wanting you and trying to manifest you to thank for that, honestly. I wonder about this being the two of us for the rest of our lives. And while I found that simultaneously like so terrifying, I also am just so happy about it, about the thought of it. And I really worry that you don't want the same thing. Maybe you even told me that you didn't want the same thing, and it was heartbreaking. I could feel you energetically, like all the time. I feel you around me all the time, and I feel these feelings that I feel for you, and I feel these intuitive hints, and I see the signs and everything, but I just really need this to be more than just the intuitive feeling. I'm really ready for my manifestations of you to come, you know, to manifest. I'm really ready to have you in my life, and for it to not be just feelings. I'm ready for this to manifest into the physical, and I'm so excited to see you again / meet you. I already feel so much how healing, how much being around you and having you in my energy field has felt so healing. And again, I acknowledge that I'm the one doing the healing, but that being around you just makes it so much easier. I can really say now that I really see who you are. I see through you. I see past any kind of triggering or mask or shadow. And I do acknowledge your shadow, but I see both. And I will truly be that person who loves you and knows you and sees you, because I feel the same way about you. You know, I feel like you see me, like you recognize me, that you will love and accept me the way that I love and accept you. And it's big. It's big feelings. I've said it before, but you know, I haven't felt this strongly about anyone ever before in my life, and it's something so intense that sometimes it's hard to put into words. But I really want to talk to you about it. I want to tell you about everything that's been happening in my life. I miss your counsel. I miss your advice. I miss your love, even if it was just your little knowing looks or your hand on my shoulder to just let me know without even saying a word that you're there and that you're supporting me and that you're there, you know, that you will be there. I want to be that for you too. I'm really cutting down a lot of my friends and my family and people that I keep around me, and I hope that that's making room for you to come into my life, because it's not just about you. It's also about getting the people who don't serve me away from me. And I try to make this journey about myself as much as possible, but it's almost impossible not to think about you. I wanted to thank you for being on this journey with me, for being here with me. I'm so grateful to you and everything that you've done. And at the end of the day, if we do use our free will and we don't come back together, I want you to know that I feel so blessed to have had you in my life for the time that we were together. No matter how I acted back then, I'm coming into alignment with my higher self, and my higher self is showing and illuminating a lot of truth to me about myself and my actions and why I did and said the things that I did and said and why I acted that way. And I just want you to know I see that without you, I wouldn't be here where I am now, changing and growing as much. And I am very grateful, and I love you very much. Thank you for everything. All right. That was such a long channeling, but that just needed to come out. That has been, I've been downloading that for the past like 2 days. And so I know that I just needed to sit down and get all of those messages out. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I know the emotions were kind of all over the place. This person feels very, very back and forth about you. They feel very, they don't doubt their feelings for you anymore. They know, but they feel very much so, like they said, where are you going to go? Where, what was the purpose? Was it just what you have already had in the past, or will there be more in the future? This person, but they are, they're really starting to understand what's really happening here. They're slowly getting it, you know. But they're just kind of like, oh, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens in the future. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I cut one time and the answer was no, and then I cut another time, and the answer is yes. Wow. So yeah, this person is very much so like, what will it be? So they're just trying to work on any kind of codependency that they have around you, or around this, the possibility of this connection with you. They're just trying to heal that. And like, and like I said, yeah. Ooh, there is big energy here in this person's throat chakra. Um, Goodness, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. But they're trying to work on it. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. Let this resonate for you how it does. At the end of the day, like I said, this was a message from this person's perspective. So if this is not the way that you view it, or this is not the truth that you view as objective, this is just a channel message from their perspective. So for some of you, you might very much so feel like, I don't feel the same way about this person. And for some of you, you might feel the same way. So just gonna let this resonate as it does. I feel like some of you are working through trust issues. So some of you are really kind of in a situation here where you're wondering if you can trust this person, or trust what they say, or trust, how they feel about things, Yeah. Where they just play, are they just playing mind games? I feel like some of you, yeah, some of you might be a little stuck in that, fighting everyone around you, thinking that everybody is trying to deceive you. And I really feel like you need to work on transmuting that. Yeah. This person is having a lot of past life memories about you. And obviously, this person is the divine masculine, and the divine masculine usually kind of wakes up to those kind of things later. It's usually pretty quickly that the divine feminine picks up on those. They usually awaken to those kind of energies quicker, and then it takes the divine masculine longer, to face their triggers and to see, past it, and to learn how to take their power back in a different way. So yeah, well, that's, in general, that's what this person has to tell you. Okay, this is, again, it's a general reading, and it's a collective reading. This is not going to be your collective. This is not going to be everybody's collective reading. So like I said, take it as it resonates with you. If you don't want it, you don't have to take it, and you don't have to reciprocate this person's feelings whatsoever, right? At the end of the day, it's about what you want, and what this means for you. So thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate you. Like the content if you liked it. Let me know if this resonated for you down in the comment section down below. Okay. Please check out all the links that are in the description box down below. Let me know if you guys like this kind of long, just like first person channeled messages. If you'd like to see this and more, let me know in the comment section down below. Okay. Also, if you are interested in purchasing this deck to get the channeled messages or to draw channel messages for yourself, the link for those are in the description box down below as well. Thank you guys so very much. If you're interested in getting a personal reading, which I do offer first person channel messages like this for personal readings as well, let me know if you're interested in that. My contact is down below. All right, and I will see you lovelies in the next one. I hope this gave you some love, light, and clarity in your situation. Okay, thank you for being here. Bye.